Hello. Henry is napping, which is not something that happens every day, so that's exciting. You can probably hear Casey drumming in his drum room. So I've got a little spare moment. So I am thinking about spending a little bit of time today organizing Henry's art supplies. I've been feeling like we haven't been doing art with him very often. It's crazy because it's cold outside. Obviously art is a really great indoor thing we can do. It's just needs a little refresh. I need to pull everything out, see what we've got, maybe set some things up so they're a little bit easier, more intuitive to just get out and set up for Henry. And maybe moving things around will spark Henry's interest too. He'll usually notice when something's changed and be really interested in pulling it out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put everything on my dining room table. I'm going to assess what I've got and just kind of try to section it out into easier to use containers or something. So let's see. Before I start, I need to clean up our mess from breakfast this morning. I will not tell you how late in the afternoon it is. We were really bad about cleaning the table after we eat. It's always like before the next meal I'm wiping off the last meal's stuff. But we just kind of get up from the table and go, I guess. So I'm gonna clean this off and we'll be ready to get started. Right over here in the same room are a bunch of art supplies. And we have this little bar shelf and honestly we haven't had a drink from any of these bottles in forever. Like I can't remember the last time I drank at home. So I might clear that off, put that stuff somewhere in the pantry or the kitchen and like create more of an art centered area over here. But for now, let's just pull all of this stuff out, get it on the table, and then go hunt around the house and see what other art supplies are lurking. I found this cute little banner that I had made a while ago. Oh, I can see now that I really need to move that nail over. Okay, I'm going to do that in just a second. And it's a piece of felt, so I can use the pieces from Henry's felt board and all the letters and spell something out. I might write like art station or I don't know, something about art, just to be a little visual reminder for me like, hey, this is where the art stuff is. Don't forget to make your kid do art. Let me go grab a hammer and we'll move that nail and I think it'll be really cute. So this is looking a little bit more cleared off. I got the banner centered. I moved everything off this top bar shelf and this is all cleared and clean. So we've got a fresh little art center ready to be set up. I just have to figure out what we're gonna put on it. Okay, so I'm in the playroom now. Every once in a while, if I'm trying to get something done in my craft area, I can set him up in his little area. But he doesn't use it very often. So we're going to pull all this stuff in there and kind of reassess and just see if this is still making sense for him. Okay, so I'm getting all this stuff on the table. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in the house. I'm trying to think about doing this the really Marie Kondo way of like having categories of things, and I can think of like some sidewalk chalk that's somewhere else, but I don't think that really falls into this category. Although maybe it's something you grab from the art area and take outside. I'm gonna go grab it. Alright, so I think this is everything. I'm a little bit disappointed. He is almost 2 years old and I think he needs more art supplies, he needs more variety. I need to set up some new things. I need to go into my craft closet and pull some things out for him to do. Let me go through what we've got here just so you can know what he has been working with in the past, and then we can try to set up some new little stations. Here's his paint that has to be like really supervised. He puts a smock on and that's in there, and brushes. And pretty much everything he needs for that is in there. This is this top thing is a really cool little it's called a Buddha board, and it just, you put water on a paintbrush and it like evaporates over time. So it's a really quick and easy way where he says he wants to paint but I don't have time to set up this paint. I can just let him paint with water, no mess. I don't have to watch really closely. The worst that can happen is his little water container spills. So the water paint thing is really handy, but I think I revert to it too often. I might need to practice saying yes to real paint more. Some stickers here. I've been really trying to make sure he uses more quality paper, so this is like a good sketch pad that I'll tear pieces off of, and this is pretty good sketching paper too. Watercolors, like inside chalk, and then there's all the outside chalk. Crayons, there's another thing of crayons here. Washi tape, another thing of washi tape. This colored pencils, just all the shortest ones that would fit in a container. Some Play-Doh. Oh, and more paper. I think I need to go look in my craft closet and we take some things away from this table, but also add some things to this table. So let me do some thinking and dig around a little bit, and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, so this is our craft closet of all of our art supplies. And this is where I'm going to dig out some new things to play with and just kind of figure out what might spark Henry's interest now that he's a little bit older. Tissue paper, this really big crayon, some glue sticks, I'm thinking that might go with the paper, scissors. He's so into cutting star-shaped hole punch. I don't know if he'll be able to really get that figured out, but it's worth a shot, and it'd be really good hand strength builder. It's pretty hard to press. This just should be with the other washi tape. These are some little rubber stamps. I think Star Wars things. And a couple of ink pads. I thought that would be really fun. I found clay. I didn't even know we had this. I'm so excited that I thought to come in here and raid this. And honestly, when I first opened the closet door, I was like thinking, oh no, there's nothing new in here. But after a little digging, we found quite a lot. And then, of course, in this bottom tub are the markers, which is something he hasn't really had continued access to. So we're going to pull all this out and add it to what's up there. Maybe take some of the older things away and get it set up. Okay, so I want to show you just kind of some of the things that I put away out, and I just want to call it being like out of rotation. It doesn't mean that Henry doesn't have access to these things or can't ask for them. Less high quality paper that really need to go in that tub, but I didn't feel like getting it down, so those are up there. The crayons, because we were having some crayon dumping, and so just kind of limiting the number that were out. The big tub of washi tape and just leaving out the little container. And I'm putting away the Play-Doh. We need to make some more colors, and maybe when we do, just get rid of this. But for now, I'm just gonna stick it in here. Stickers. For now, stickers are a treat because they drive Mom crazy. So they just get everywhere. I put away these big tubs of paint from the paint box, which I'll show you in a little bit when I show you what I kept. But I've been saving the empty paint containers, and I just made sure every color that we had was in a little one, and so just these little ones are in there. I also put away some of the paintbrushes that don't fit into these, so that when I'm not like pouring the paint out, the brushes will all fit easily into that. And I think that's all that I put away. I'm putting this away. I highly recommend the Buddha board. I think it's a really cool tool and a really good way to get your kid painting without making any kind of mess, if that's something that bothers you. But for me, I've been deferring to it too often when Henry asks to paint, and I want him to be painting with real paint. So this has been too much of like a crutch for me, and I just need it away for a little while. It might be good to bring out again when we're traveling, or when we're back into like doing art more often. It might be good. But yeah, I put some note cards away, and I think that that's everything that got tucked away for now. So of course it's still here and available. We'll just come back to it when we get bored with what I pulled out, which I'm so excited to show you. But first, this has become sort of a whirlwind of a project. In fact, Casey's in the garage setting up his table saw to like do what I'm about to show you. So let's go see what I did. So this project went kind of crazy because I ended up feeling like I didn't have enough room on that desk, so I wanted to get this little cart to go underneath, which I did, but it didn't fit under the desk, so I got Casey to take the legs off and mount it to the wall, which became a whole ordeal, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And here's my little sign with a little quote from Picasso on it. And so now let's look at everything that's up here. I've got sidewalk chalk, and next to that are all of the things that I didn't want Henry to have access to without supervision. Here's the paper that we'll use for anything that requires paper. That's where our napkins go. This is the tissue paper, and next to it is the clay. And here's the chalk, some rubber stamps and ink, washi tape, colored pencils, crayons, and markers. Down below are watercolors and washable paint and brushes. And lastly, I hung the smocks on the wall over here.